What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get to it. Um, Rough night, and I had a rough night forcing myself to watch this ridiculous chick flick. Um, if you love feminists and all that stuff, this movie is a splash of all of it. Uh, there were like three black people in the entire film. The black male husband, who was ridiculous for the 48 seconds he was in the movie as far as being a no good, what they would call a prick. So he was in the movie being crazy about custody things because of the his wife he's divorcing is hugging their son too long. So yeah, they made him ridiculous. And the mixed girl, Zoe Kravitz character, she is borderline bisexual. Then they go to a nightclub and one of the DJs, he's a black guy, and he seems to be homosexual. And I'm like, okay, well, they're giving off the wrong thing here. And I hate when they pass that off to make us look non masculine. And if we are masculine, we're a-holes. So being in this film, I was already offended going into the process. Then you're actually got to separate all the extra external things and do your job. So let's assess the rest of this movie. Now, this movie is about four old college friends now into their own separate lives and doing their own separate things. They don't really communicate or come together as often as usual. So, Scarlett Johansson's character is getting married. And the fact that she's getting married, she's she's kind of running for office or somewhere for a political race, and her candidate keeps beating her in the polls because he keeps posting pictures of his private parts. Another male overbearing joke. So he's beating her in the polls. But here's the thing: this thing has some good writers to it, some good funny comedic writers. But the plot is so predictable. This is like Die Hard. Somebody watched Die Hard and then put Weekend at Bernie's together and came up with this. But they didn't want to have the budget of having the house full of people. Like there's totally two useless characters next door with Demi Moore, and I can't think of the other guy's name, but they're like open marriage, super sexual couple that live next door at this guest house they're staying at. They go out and party all night, celebrating, having like a almost a mini bridal shower, and they go do shots, they do cocaine, and then they get to the house and they order a stripper. And then from that point, it gets super predictable. And then the stripper dies or whatever. And now they got a dead body in the house. And then they're toting the dead body around and don't trying to dump the body. And they they're thinking about going to jail and they don't know what to do. The only bright spot in here was her husband. The comedic scene of whoever wrote those jokes for every time they cut back to the husband, because at one point she makes a frantic call to her husband to be, and then they break the phone. So he thinks the marriage is off and he's got to go and save his wife. And that becomes the funniest part of the movie. I think Very Bad Things was like this too. It was a more serious movie, darker comedy when they had the dead body and move it around. If I'm not mistaken, but that's a great film. This is not. But when this thing was coming around, like the all the scenes they cut to with the husband trying to get her is priceless comedy. You're gonna laugh so much on how stupid the majority of it is. So it's not enough to save the film. Film is beyond ridiculous. So, with that being said, I give this movie 2 stars. Being all around fair. If it wasn't for that husband, this would be an easy 1 star movie, but 2 stars just because of the husband to be his journey going over there to catch his wife and try to come to the rescue. So, on that note, it's your boy Carcino. I'm out.